How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do some learning today. If you want to do some learning with me, stick around because that's what we're doing. I'm going to be watching this video called Clovis, King of the Franks by the original channel called The Cajun Cutthroat. Links down below for that. As always, go check it out. Links down below. Hit like, hit subscribe. You know the drill. Let's carry on with the video. This one is another suggested video by First Doublet. So shout out to you. Thank you for the suggestion. And we're going to learn about Clovis. The history of France starts with Clovis. Okay. The first one, evidently. There must have been more Clovises. We got the founder. 5th century. Gaul was divided into several barbarian kingdoms permanently in war, trying to extend their influence and possessions. The northernmost of these kingdoms belonged to Salian Franks, stretching over a narrow territory from Tournai to Cambria. I'm not an expert in pronunciations, so guess what? If I pronounce something wrong, I'm sorry about it. Please forgive me. Don't give me too much hate. No, I usually don't. You guys are great. The comment section of my videos are fantastic. You guys are awesome. Most of you guys are awesome. Couple bad seeds. Barely ever see them, though. Usually got good comments. I'm blessed. Out of all the barbarian peoples, Salian Franks were the most Romanized. Okay. Since the mid-4th century, they had been united to the Roman Empire and tasked with defending its northern border. The northern border of the Roman Empire. Is that Hadrian's Wall? Wasn't the northern border of the Roman Empire in England? Right? I've been told that I speculate too much, that I need to just shut up and watch the video because they'll tell me. So maybe I need to do that. I don't know. I'm just trying to work out what's going on, guys. I'm trying to learn here. So now we got the Franks had been most probably present alongside the Romans and the Visigoths against the Huns of Attila at the Battle of the Catalonian Plains in 451 AD. Skilled warriors, Salian Franks, fought with Roman-like discipline. The specificity of their equipment was the Francisca, a traditional throwing axe used to disrupt the enemy line before hand-to-hand combat. All right. In 481, Clovis I became king of the Salian Franks, succeeding to his father, Childeric I. The young man had a very good upbringing, and he knew Latin, so that's probably pretty damn handy back then, right? His closest advisor, Remigius, the Bishop of Reims, saw Clovis as a promising leader who could become the defender of Trinitarianism, called later Catholicism. Okay. Against Arianism. Okay, hold on. Let me reread that. His closest advisor, Remigius, okay, he's the Bishop of Reims. He saw Clovis as a promising leader who could become the defender of basically Catholicism against the Arianism. Okay, so they called Catholicism at the time Trinitarianism. Okay, so then you got the Arianism part of that in the end. So Trinitarianism. Okay. So whatever that means, it's anti-Arianism, maybe? Maybe that's what the Trinit part means? I don't know. Again, I'm just speculating. Just trying to learn, guys. A Christian dogma which denied the doctrine of the Trinity and which spread in all the Western royal courts. Okay. They denied the Trinity. So the Trinity Arianism was because they're about the Trinity, right? The Catholics, the Holy Trinity, the what, however they do, right? No, that was the cross. I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I apologize for any misrepresentation here. Um, Regardless, those guys were like, nope, we don't want it. We're not part of that. So they're just the Arianism. These are the Trinitarianism. Maybe I'm reading too much into that part. I don't know. From his part, Clovis understood he had to get closer to Catholic Gallo-Roman elites in order to strengthen his power. Therefore, an unexpected symbiosis was created between the pagan Frankish warrior E.T. the Gallo-Roman clergyman. When Clovis's reign began, his kingdom was surrounded by powerful enemies and seemed to be doomed. In the east, Thurning and the Thuringi and the Alemanni in the south, the Burgundians, the large Visigoth territory, and the kingdom of Syagrius, the new remnant of the Roman domination in the west. (486), aged 20, the bold Frankish king nevertheless started a policy of territorial expansion and attacked the kingdom of Syagrius. Despite the small size of his army, only around 5,000 men evidently, Clovis triumphed over his enemy at the Battle of Soissons. Yeah, he did. Then, the kingdom of the Franks stretched as far as the Loire River and suddenly became a power to count with. After the victory, the booty was shared by drawing lots, according to the Frankish custom. However, before the sharing, Clovis picked up the most beautiful piece of the treasure, a precious metal vase, to give it back to the Church of Remigius. A soldier, unhappy with this infringement of the custom, came forward and dented the vase. He says, nope, not having any part of that. Clovis remained impassive in the presence of Remigius, yet a few weeks later he found again the soldier who offended the clergyman and cracked his head. Jeez. So did you to the vase? Oh, so did you to the vase of Soissons. Okay, he's like, I'm gonna treat you like you treated the vase, guy. With the support of rich Gallo-Roman elites, Clovis continued his expansion and subdued the western Thuringi in 491. 493, influenced by Remigius, he married Clotilde, a young Burgundian princess who had been educated in the Catholic faith. In 496, Clovis came at the rescue of the Franks of the Rhine, or Ripuarian Franks. Okay, the Franks of the Rhine, easier to say, who were invaded by the powerful tribe of the Alemanni. Okay, so Clovis came to the rescue of the Franks of the Rhine. Because they were being invaded. All right. United under the command of Clovis, the Franks fought against the Alemanni at Tolbiac near Cologne. I gotta see one of my... Thought my internet dropped out for a second. It looks fuzzy. I don't know why. Hold on here. Quality on 144p. Out here. I'm getting faster internet soon though. Just can't wait for it. Yeah, this is a lot better. Hopefully it doesn't stop the buffer. All right, so united under the command of Clovis, the Franks fought against the Alemanni at Tolbiac near Cologne. So this is near modern-day Germany. Yeah, so the Franks, from what I understand, in the one video that I reacted to, so this would give the video a chance to buffer up anyways. The Franks are basically what became modern day French, German, and Italians. So basically the Franks ended up conquering that entire region, stretching from Germany down to Italy and all the way over to France. It was so big they split it up into three portions. One person got this part, which ended up becoming France. One person got that part that became Germany, right? One person got the part down in the bottom that became Italy, which it wasn't just in the bottom. It was actually up into the middle. It was like stretching in the middle, in between the French part and the German part, basically. And then it just retreated to modern day Italy. So France, Italy, and Germany basically is like the new three kingdoms of the Franks, or something similar to that. Feel free to clarify that, of course, as you will. Go back to this scene here. After atrocious combats in which Clovis would have begged for the help of his wife's god, the Franks were victorious. The Alemanni expansion was definitely stopped at the Rhine region, went de facto under Clovis's control. After many months of deep reflection, the victory at Tolbiac would have convinced Clovis to convert to Catholicism. Reims, on December 25th, 496, the king of the Franks and 3,000 of his warriors were baptized by Remigius. Okay, so Reims, so even in the Frankish times, when Germany, like when they had that whole area before it split up into three separate portions, they were knighting their kings, baptizing their kings in Reims, evidently. So that's something I learned. So now they in France, in France, in France, right? That's what they do. They use Reims as where they do it. So that's interesting that they were just doing that way back then. So then after it split up, then Germany and Italy probably it wasn't Germany and Italy at the time, but like the regions that became Germany and Italy today, right? Whatever they were called at the time in the Frankish Empire. They obviously just had to like switch and put their kings, unless they also used Reims. Let me know if they did. Did they also use Reims? Did they just cross over since they were interworking together? They were all three Frankish, Interesting. The king of the Franks was then seen in the West as the sole guarantor of the Roman heritage against Germanic monarchs who believed in Arianism. And you know what? I'm just going to say something to the original channel, Cajun Cutthroat. Leave the text on the screen just a tiny bit longer, please. Because some of us can't read I thought I was trying to read fast, but evidently not fast enough. So try to make your words a little bit longer on your screen. Excuse me. Therefore, Clovis was nominated Consul of Rome by Byzantine Emperor Anastasius I. Strong of this new legitimacy, Clovis secured the neutrality of the Burgundians and invaded Gallia Aquitania, southwestern Gaul, held by Visigoths. The Frankish army, most likely reinforced by some Gallo-Romans cohorts, captured strongholds one after the other. Clovis was cheered as a liberator by a Catholic population who had lived under the Visigoth yoke. King Alaric II then moved with his army to counter the Frankish advance. Alright, get exciting. Yet he was crushed at the Battle of Yao-Voili in spring 507. According to the historian Gregory of Tours, Clovis himself would have killed Alaric during the battle. Alright. From then on, the Frankish kingdom stretched as far as the Pyrenees Mountains. Yeah, this is building up before they had that whole area that I was talking about. The early days, right? Clovis chose Paris, the city of Saint Guinevere, for his capital city. And see, so that's probably why. So the Franks split up into three parts. Okay. And again, what shrunk down into modern day France, right? One shrunk down into Germany, and one because they owned more than that, right? And then the other one was Italy, which one that shrunk down into Italy owned like all the way up through the middle, like towards the lowlands, right? Well, it's interesting that the Franks done all their kingdom stuff in Reims, right? And then Clovis chose Paris as the capital city. That was so France itself is the more, if there was any modern day Franks, even though they split into three portions, I would think France would be the one that would be, and even the name Franks, very similar for sure. They're still using Paris as the capital. They're still doing their baptizing stuff in Reims. You know what I'm saying? So the French are the true Franks in that sense, I believe. Not saying the Germans and the Italians and stuff are not. They're all descended of the Franks. Of course, it clearly is part of their identity, and you know, and they all broke off. But just an interesting thought. He had there the Salic law written, enforced everywhere in his kingdom, including in the territory of the Franks of the Rhine. This code, which remained the basis of the French law for over a millennium, notably settled problems related to inheritance and abolished the right of revenge. So it remained the basis of the French law for over a millennium. Yeah, see? Very interesting. The Salic law considered Franks and Gallo-Romans as similar and equal in front of the law. From then on, all the inhabitants of the kingdom were named Franks. Also, Clovis supported mixed marriages. Well, hold on now. Considered Franks and Gallo-Romans as similar and equal in front of the Gallo. Then all the inhabitants of this. Okay, so they're just saying everybody here is named Franks, right? The Gallo-Romans. All right. Also, Clovis supported mixed marriages, while Visigoths and the other barbarian people still banned them for over a century. In 511, the Council of Orleans definitely condemned Arianism and confirmed the alliance between the Frankish monarch and the Catholic Church. This same year, Clovis breathed his last at the age of 45. Well, that's a sad day for, well, I guess it's not a sad day for Clovis. He don't remember. His family was sad, though, for sure. He was buried in Paris near the tomb of Saint Guinevere in the Basilica of Saint Peter and Saint Paul, later known as the Abbey of Saint Guinevere. Probably not pronouncing any of this right, guys. Again, I apologize for that. The merciless monarch had all those who could endanger the inheritance of his direct descendants assassinated, including among his own family. Jeez, not a good guy, is he? According to the Frankish custom, his kingdom was then shared between his sons, Theodoric, Clodomir. These are weird names, guys, okay? Clodomir, Chlother, and Childebert. Probably nowhere close. Discord immediately erupted between Merovingians from Merovec, grandfather of Clovis. However, the Regnum Francorum, Frankish kingdom, remained coherent. Yes, indeed. The capital cities of the four territories, Paris, Reims, Orleans, and Soissons, were purposely close together and located at the heart of the kingdom. Therefore, a fiscal and military unity endured against external enemies. Why did I have a problem saying endured? From then on, the heterogeneous territories conquered by Clovis were bound by a common destiny and would be later known under the name of France. Yes. Okay, so what I was saying earlier, but it did break off. There was a portion, I promise you there was. Check out the video. It's the something about the birthplace of the modern Franks, and about like look for it. It's in there. Clovis founded the nucleus of the French state, the only Western state which has lasted without any interruption since that time. Okay. 18 French monarchs before the name of Clovis in its modernized form. Louis. With his baptism, Clovis ensured the predominance of Catholicism in the West and made of France the eldest girl of the church. Moreover, with his will to mix the Gallo-Romans and the Franks, he is indisputably at the origin of the birth of the French people. Admittedly, modern France was born neither at the victory of Tolbiac nor with Clovis's baptism. Yet, the foundation of France directly results from the huge political and military achievements of Clovis I. Alrighty then. Well, there you go. Text and montage by the Cajun. From the Cajun Cutthroat, right? And the English translation is by Netenperer. Yes. Alrighty. If you enjoy this kind of video, hit like, hit subscribe. That would be amazing. You could also have a super fun, awesome day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.